Okay, so today we'll see the four components in Selenium. One is IDE,
Mhm.
RC, WebDriver, and Grid. So we'll start with WebDriver, then we'll go with the Grid, and we'll see the basic structure of IDE and RC. So the starting of this is Selenium is WebDriver. So the version is Selenium 3.0 or Selenium 2.0. You can use any one of these versions. But there are some jar files where we can need to download it and we need to import into your project. Based on that, we can work on these tools. So Selenium WebDriver, actually, just we already discussed yesterday that this is used for functional and regression testing. I hope you know these things difference between the function and regression, right?
Yeah, regression is nothing but the repeated testing, right? For the whole module.
Okay.
Functional is nothing but the components, right?
Yeah, can you give an example for functional and regression?
Sorry.
Can you give an example for functional and regression?
A function is like if we get into the login page, we do like the functionality of the particular item on that one, like the components,
Hmm. Okay.
like the username, password, login button, all those functionalities.
Hmm.
Regression is nothing but the whole thing, like the whole scenario, I guess.
Hmm. So you're going to test your entire application along with your modifications,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
when you go for the retesting, whatever the issues have been affected, that you're going to test only that affected part. That is retesting, right?
Okay.
So regression
Mhm.
testing is we're going to check the entire application along with the modifications, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
actually, this Selenium WebDriver is used for both the functional and regression testing. Okay. So this is
Okay.
used for using WebDriver. We can test any number of pages, browsers in a single operating
Simple
system
OS.
with latest version. Okay, latest version.
Mhm.
Supported browsers are Internet Explorer, Safari,
Safari.
Opera, Chrome, and Firefox. And Firefox. Next. So supporting languages. Supporting programming languages are Java, Ruby, Python, Perl, PHP, and C Sharp. And C Sharp. Next, cross browser, parallel testing is possible by TestNG or JUnit.
Chairman.
JUnit. Next, the reports can be generated in the form of .xml file. Next, framework design is possible by TestNG or JUnit. TestNG or framework. Next. So now, so when you want to work with the WebDriver, so we need to have your installation process. Java, JRE, JDK, and we need to have your jar files. These are the things which we need to have to work on WebDriver. The first part in WebDriver is look methods and locators in WebDriver. Methods are nothing but operations. Okay, nothing but operations. Locators are nothing but properties. Properties of object. Properties of object. What are the methods do you find to work on the application? No. Before going to that part, first we'll see what are the browsers we are going to work. Working on multiple browsers. The first one is Firefox. So for example, your Firefox version is below or less than 40 version. So no drivers required to work on Firefox. Okay, no? It doesn't require any drivers. Directly you can run your application. Okay. If your version is above 40, okay, so then we need to have, and if the version is greater than 40, we need to download Gecko driver. We call it as a Gecko driver and use the set path for the required functionality. For the required functionality. So example, if I'm using Firefox 36, something like, okay, I'm going to use the Firefox 36. So now what we need to do is create an object for the browser, So how do you write is C Firefox driver, some variable equal to new Firefox driver. Okay, madam? So we need to write like this. So A is a variable, Firefox driver is a driver of the browser, and new is an instance of a class where we are going to create an object, and we can call the classes, methods, and functions. So Firefox driver, some variable equal to new Firefox driver. So there is the object where we are going to create for Firefox. So if your version is 36, okay,
36.
36. Yeah. Now, if you are using like a Firefox 40 version, okay, if you're using like 40 version, so we need to download the Gecko driver and we need to set the path. So we use a function called system.set property of. So what is the component? Web driver. What is the browser? Gecko driver. Gecko.driver, comma. So where is your path? So something like :/. Gecko driver dot.exe. Okay, madam? So you see, system is an utility function. Set property is a method. WebDriver is a component. Driver is a Gecko driver is a browser component. You may ask me what is the difference between these two. WebDriver is a Selenium component, and Gecko driver is a browser component. Okay. And this is a parameter. Which is a parameter? Where your Gecko driver is been installed in your machine, local machine. Okay, na?
Okay, so we are calling that one.
Yeah, we are going to call the path, right? So we are going to call the path.
Okay.
So system is nothing but a Java utility function. Utility function. Set property is a method. Set property is a method. Set is nothing but we are going to get the value. Get the values. Get property. Set property is going to set the value. What we are going to set the value? We are going to set the value of component, comma, parameter. Okay, madam? Component
Parameter. Yeah.
parameter. Next, WebDriver is a Selenium component.
Component.
Next, Gecko driver. Gecko driver is a browser driver. Browser component. Next, and path of the driver. So there is nothing but a parameter. Nothing but a parameter. So this is the structure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so we are using Gecko driver. If you are using Gecko driver, we need to have your set the path. If you're using the older version, if you're using any older version, then you don't need to give any set path. Directly you can give the Firefox driver d equal to new Firefox driver. Okay, na, madam?
Yeah. So here the Firefox driver A is the component, right? Or
A is
it's
a variable,
the
madam. A is the variable.
variable.
So through the variable A, we are going to call the page a dot get, a
Okay.
dot navigate. That is it. So we are using the method.
Okay.
So I'm going to create an
Okay.
instance of a class variable A for the browser. Through that browser, I'm going to call the method page. Okay.
Okay.
So now if you're using Chrome browser, based on the version, we need to download Chrome driver.exe and set path in the functionality. So we need to set the path. So if there is no below or above, for every Chrome browser, we need to have your driver path. Okay, madam? So,
Okay.
so use system.set property of webdriver.chrome.driver, comma, b colon Chrome driver.exe. This is the path.
Okay.
Okay, madam. So now, similarly, if you got it, so if you are using like
Yeah.
a Safari version, Safari browser, so it's the same thing based on the version. We need to download the Safari driver. Safari driver .exe file and set the path in the functionality. So what will that just I'll copy the same thing. I can use WebDriver dot. So here use Safari dot driver. Okay, na? Okay, na? Next, Internet Explorer. So here we use IE driver server server.exe file, madam. Okay, na? IE driver server.exe and set the path in the start. So system.set property. Here we use Safari in place of Safari IE. Okay, driver, and here instead of Safari we need to use IE driver server.exe file. Okay. So Firefox driver, Chrome driver, Safari driver, Internet Explorer driver. Okay, so these are the difference. So anyway, Opera, you may have different browsers, right? So based on that, we can install. But we basically 90%, 90 to 95% usually works with the Chrome browser, madam. When you want to test your cross browser or parallel testing, in that case, we need to download the remaining drivers and we can use it out. Basically, we'll use to work with Chrome driver only. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so just maths for seals the methods and components in this method. So we'll go with the methods and locators. So the first method which you're going to use, get method, madam. Get method. So you may ask myself, where do you get these methods? Where do you get these methods? And similarly, one more note important points to be noted down. So note to print a statement in Java, we use system.out.println. Okay, na? Next,
Yes.
to comment a single line, in Java we use double slash, right? And to
Yes.
comment multiple lines, multi-line process. Multi-line process or multiple lines. We use /star and ends with the star slash. Ends with the star slash. Cool. So these are the important points to be noted down. Now we'll go with the first method which you're going to use, get method, madam. What is meant by get method?
Like from the, I guess from the code, from the back of the page, we're gonna get the specific components code, I guess, like the property.
Okay.
Or identification. For suppose if we have like login button, there should be some identification for that one, right? So maybe we get that one through that.
Okay. So to get method is to invoke an application or to call an application. So syntax is object dot. I'll tell you what is object. object dot get.
Mhm.
So you need to URL inside that. Okay. Example is object dot get http://
Mhm.
google.com. Okay, na? This is an
Okay. Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Mhm.
next we'll go with the second one is instead of get we can also use 1 second. This one. Second one is navigate.to. Either you can use get method or you can also use navigate to also, madam. Okay, na?
Okay. So it's just to revoke the application,
Yes.
right?
To invoke an application or to call
Mhm.
an application. Call an
Okay.
application. So syntax is object dot navigate dot to2 dot URL. Okay, na? So example
Okay.
would be object dot navigate dot to2 http:// google.com. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the how we are going to get the method. And the third one is maximize window. To
Okay.
maximize the current window. To maximize the current window. So syntax would be object dot manage dot window dot maximize. So you are going to maximize the window by using a function called manage. Okay, so we are going to manage the
Okay.
window by maximizing it. So this is the syntax for maximizing the window. Okay, madam. Now we'll go for the
Okay.
next
Yeah.
one is get the title, madam. To get the
Mhm.
title of the current window. To get the title of the
Mhm.
current window. For example, if I open this window, right? If I open the window. Now, what is the title here? See, what is the title
Uh,
here? New
New
tab,
tab.
Chrome driver. Okay,
Mhm.
Chrome. Okay, so that's the title of the page. So if you want to get the title of the page, so we use get function. So syntax is, so there are two ways where you can get this title, madam. One is just we can create a string and we can store that in a string and we can print that string, right? Other one is directly we can print the title. Okay, so
Okay.
method one is, so we use string a equal to d dot get title. So why I'm going to use a string? The string is a data type since the title is the name of that page. Okay, so the name of the page is a
Mhm.
string. So data type will be string. So without the whenever we are assigning
Okay. Got it.
whenever we are assigning the value to the variable, it should have a data type. So here we are going to get
So.
the name of that page. So that name should be
Mhm.
a data type. So I'm going to assign to the
Mhm.
variable a.
Mhm. Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
So that string I've been stored up. And if you
Uh,
want to print
uh,
that
uh,
system dot out.
just a quick second. Just a quick second.
Yes,
Just a quick second.
yes.
1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. System dot out dot println print a, madam. Right?
Mhm.
So
Okay.
don't give any quotations here. If you give the quotation, it will print the value a printer. If you're not giving any quotation,
Okay.
whatever the value present in a, that value will be printed.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Got
You
it.
know? So just method 2 will be So directly you can use system.out.println d.get title. Okay, na?
Mm-hmm.
So method 2 is directly you can print the title. First method is just I'm going to get the title and I'm going to store it in a variable A and I'm going to print the variable A. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the fourth one. Next one is get a current URL. To get the current page URL. Okay. Current page URL. Syntax the same thing which you can work. There are two methods. One is a string b equal to d dot get current URL. So system dot out dot println b, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or so the second one is system dot out dot println of d dot get current URL. So you can use any one of the methods.
Okay, only a difference you are using variable on the first one
Yes.
and directly you're getting the
Yes,
second
yes,
one.
yes. Okay, madam. So this is a method. Next, forward to move to next page. Next
Okay.
page or window. Okay, so syntax would be object dot navigate dot forward. Okay, navigate dot forward. Next, back method. To move to previous page or previous window. Okay, na? Previous page or
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay, madam. Previous window.
Mm-hmm.
So we use syntax would be object dot we can use direct navigate or we can directly use navigate dot back. Okay, object dot back. That's all. Okay, na? Next, refresh.
So, a small question. For the forward, you're using navigate. For the back one, you're
Back
just
directly
using
you
the
can use
back.
object dot navigate dot back or object dot navigate. Object dot back.
So for the forward also, we can use without navigate
No, no,
or.
no, no. Some methods depending upon the version. Depending upon the version,
Mhm.
may not identify it.
Okay, 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 got
Okay.
it. Mhm.
So refresh is to refresh the current page. Object dot refresh. Okay. Next, quit function. Quit is to close all the browsers or pages. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
syntax is object dot quit. Okay, na? Next, close madam, close function. To
Mhm.
close the current window. Okay, na? To close the current window. Current window or page. Current window or page. Okay, na? So syntax would be object dot close. Object dot close. Next, we use the next element called find element one. Okay. So the find element is to capture a particular element from the window. For example,
Okay, this is the one I was seeing.
yeah.
Yeah.
For example, in this Google page, I want to click on the Gmail link, or I want
Mhm.
to click on this button, or I want to
Mhm.
enter something into the text box. In that case, we used to have your find element, madam. Okay, na? So to capture a particular element from the current window. So example is to get the link or drop down or list or radio button or checkbox, not the entire one, only single element. Okay.
Yeah.
Syntax would be object dot find element of by dot locator and the locator name of the locator dot operation. Here find element is a locator, by is a method. Locators, there are different kinds of locators are there. I'll tell you: ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, text path, CSS locator. There are different text locators are there. And locator, name of the locator, which you been captured the particular ID of that element or drop down element like name of that element or CSS locator of that element or X path of that element. We need to mention inside the brackets. Dot operations, if you want to click on button or if you want to enter something in text box by using send keys, we need to perform that. Okay, na? Okay. Hello, madam. Hello. Yeah, madam.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Right. So
Okay.
find the element. Okay. The next one is find elements. To capture multiple elements which are related to single functionality. Like example, like to count the number of links. Okay, links, drop
Okay.
down, links, lists. Next, radio buttons or checkboxes. So in that case, we used to have your find elements.
So,
Okay?
so
Yeah.
from this find elements, we will get the hidden elements as well,
Yes.
right? Or
Yes.
just
See.
okay.
For example, if you go for Amazon page, madam. Okay. So if you want to get the list of these elements,
Okay.
drop down, or if you want to get the list of drop down links, multiple elements
Okay.
in the same tab.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case we used to have your find elements. Okay, na? Find elements. So syntax object dot find elements of by dot locator, name of the locator. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, get the page source. To get the or to find out whether text is present in the window or not. Okay, no? Window is nothing but page. Okay, nothing but page or not. So if you, for example, I want to check whether the Selenium word or Selenium text is present in the window or not. In that case, we used to have your get the page source. Okay, get the page source. So syntax is, so same we can perform in two ways. One is to string C equal to T dot get page source, and we can print that. So system dot out dot print